Today is Sundays. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about the books I read because today I just finished another book called Dark Matter. It's a novel about a physicist who invented some sort of machine that allows you to explore alternative universe, parallel universe. It's a very interesting book, very interesting story. I just finished it today, and this is my 26th book of this year. Yes, I keep track of my books. I have a book list. When I finish, I put the name on the list, so I know how many books have I read. This year, I just want to quickly talk about the books I read this year. So far, this year is not finished yet. It's just October, but I just want to talk about the books. So the first ever book I read this year is let me see. Die Katze, die kam, zu bleiben. It's a German. It's original. It's a Swedish. It's a Swedish psychology professor. It's a story about how he met a stray cat and adopted this cat. A very heartwarming little story, but it's not much of not so interesting. As a cat person, you pretty much know everything that he's trying to tell you in the story, so it's not really interesting to me. I give it I don't know, 2 stars out of 5 maybe. The next one is Super Intelligence. I read Super Intelligence because I was curious about the AI, because Elon Musk has expressed his concern about AI taking over humanity. I was interested in that because Elon Musk is my huge inspiration. And next one is What If. It's a book about kind of interesting facts about physics. What if there's no gravity? What if blah blah blah? It's like a what if you hit a baseball at a speed of light. What will happen? This book is exploring all those little interesting facts, and it's a very interesting book. I liked it. And the next one is Das Psychologiebuch. It's also in German. It's just an overview of psychology. Yeah, it's a nice book. Next one is Total Recall. This is a very important book. It's from Schwarzenegger. His autobiography. It's a very long book. I don't remember how many hours, 20 hours maybe. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed reading that book, reading how he transformed from nobody in a small village in Austria to chasing his dream and eventually become a superstar in the United States. And it's fascinating, the story. Definitely worth reading. And next one is The Meaning of It All. It's a philosopher's work. It's just some kind of essay, kind of talking about life and stuff. Also, pretty nice book, but I pretty much I don't remember what it's about now. It left a very good impression on me, so I guess it's recommendable. Next one is Open by Andrew Agassi. It's one of my favorite tennis player, and definitely enjoyed it. Next one is Of Mice and Men. It's also it's adapted into a movie. It's a very, very interesting story. 2 guys, I don't remember the background, but they were looking for jobs from one farm to another farm, kind of like this. They were escaping from some people. People are chasing them. Next one is Chick. Chick is auf Deutsch in German. It's a German novel. I read it in German, and it's super interesting about a teenager, how he teamed up with some of his friends. He went on an adventure, and I really like adventure novel. Next one is Something for Nothing. This is a very interesting book. I borrowed this book from my library. It's about an economist, his study, his work, and how it's a novel. It's a novel about an economist. So it's a very interesting story that it's interesting that someone can write an interesting story about economists. Normally we think about a scholar, it's boring, tedious. But this story was interesting. It's all kinds of a struggle between a religious group that trying to use his study to promote this religion, and there's all kinds of conflicts happening. Next one, pitch anything, an innovation method for presenting, persuading, and winning the deal. Didn't leave much impression to me. Ironically, this book is trying to teach you how to pitch anything, but it didn't pitch me the book itself, so it's a failure. I don't recommend to read that. Next one, 7 Bad Ideas. It's about economics. Next one, Welcome to the Monkey House. This one is a collection of a lot of short stories from one single author. I don't remember much, but I didn't really enjoy that. And some of the stories are interesting. You can have a look if you like short stories. Next one, Into the Wild. The famous Into the Wild, the guy who abandoned his study, his career, abandoned his family and friends, went into the wild alone, trying to survive. Worth a reading. Next one is Moon is a Harsh Mistress. This one is recommended by Elon Musk. It's a must read for me. Interesting stories, science fiction, written in the 60s, but it's interesting. So I enjoyed that book, and then after reading that, I went on find another book written by the same writer. The book is Double Star, which I found more interesting than The Moon is a Harsh Mistress. The Double Star was a fascinating story, also science fiction. Next one is Dreams from My Father, a story of race and inheritance. This is by Barack Obama. Next one is Binge. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Tyler Oakley. I like him, but I don't really watch his video anymore because I don't know. He's just so much into all kinds of other stuff. He's not so much into YouTube videos anymore. But his story is quite inspiring, also worth reading. Next one is Wild by Cheryl Strayed. Gosh, I don't even know how to pronounce her name. Anyway, it's about a woman who, after her divorce and the death of her mother, he went on a long adventure to the west coast, some trail, and went on this grand journey to walk a long way, and all kinds of struggle and stuff. Next one is Die Physik der Zukunft, Unsere Leben in 100 Jahren. This one is originally in English, translated in German. As many books I read is like this. I always read English book in German. Anyway, this is written by the Japanese professor. I don't remember his name, but you see his face very often on TV or YouTube video. He's everywhere. He's always explaining physics, like the black hole, blah blah blah, time travel, blah blah blah. Fun guy, but but it's an interesting book. It's a big book. It took me a while to finish it, but sometimes I just feel like it's written in like 2012, 2011, some more or less, but it's already outdated, kind of. Like in just 5 years, we have already advanced enough to abandon this book. It's very interesting. Next one, Paper Towns by it's John Green or Hank Green. I can't distinguish. It should be John. Should be John, right? Paper Towns, very interesting book. People say it's a stupid teens novel. I like it. Next one is Silence by Preston Natasha. This one is a pure teen novel, I don't want to say, but it's pure trash. Okay, I read it just for fun. I read it just like practicing reading speed. I don't know why I was reading this. It's so bad that sometimes I just laugh out. Next one is Ready Player One. This is science fiction about the future that everybody is living in computer games, like on massive online games. And it's an audiobook. I listened to this audiobook. It's narrated by Will Wheaton, and that's his big selling point. I really love his narration. Next one is 1Q84. It's a huge book. It's 3 volumes. It's like 1,000 pages in paper. 1,000 pages in paper. I listened to this audiobook. Otherwise, I won't finish it in a year. I'm super slow reader. I read books super slow. I can't. My attention span doesn't allow me to focus. It doesn't allow me to read continuously for more than half an hour, maybe 20 minutes. Maybe every time I just read 10 pages. Yes, great achievement. That's all for today, and move on. Yeah. So if only when I'm listening I can focus. I can keep reading for hours and hours. Otherwise it's really hard, unless I'm trapped in a small space that I can't do anything else, like traveling on airplane. And if I'm trapped on an airplane, I can read the same book for hours long, but otherwise no way. I cannot focus. I just read 10 pages and I'm done with it today, and read 10 more pages tomorrow. Okay, next one is Running Man, a memoir. It's a guy who's addicted to drug and how he struggled. He's a very good runner. He ran across Sahara, and he's the first man did that. And a very interesting story. There's a movie about him also. This audiobook is narrated by the author himself, but his tone was super depressing in the very beginning. In the beginning of the book, he was like a very sleepy, very heavy, like a very boring voice. I got me kind of I don't know. I didn't like his narration, but in the later it turned out to be better. But just in the beginning, maybe he wanted to set the tone a little bit darker, deeper, so that there will be a brighter turning point in the later of the book. Next one is today's Dark Matter. I just finished today. I've been listening to this for only a few days. I finished listening to audiobook. I can finish an audiobook really fast, but I cannot read a paper book. This is a very interesting story. As I said, it's exploring alternative universes. Many alternative universes. There are science fiction movies that talk about this topic. What's his name? Jet Li. That movie star, Chinese movie star. He was in that movie. That there are a lot of himself that traveling in different motive. Anyway, you get the idea. Yeah, that's the books. There's 26 books I read this year so far. It's like one book every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks I can finish one book. That's nice. Last year I also read 26 books, so it's even. Now I can break my record. Great. From now on I break my record if I read more. I set a goal of 50 books. You don't have to achieve that goal, but I wish I could. 50 books a year. 50 books a year. That means you need to read one book every week. That is a little bit hard to me. Only if I read only audiobooks, that is possible. But I don't have that much to, every day immerse myself in books. Yeah, that's that. Maybe I can achieve 35 books this year, maybe. Hopefully, yeah. That's it. That's the books I read this year, and I'll do another summary next time, maybe. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, goodbye. Bye.